First Lady Glenna Bevan was in Laurel County last night. We'll tell you where and why coming up. The jury selection is a jury is now seated in Harlan County now that the trial is being held in Bell County. We have the details. Starting next month, Eastern Kentucky will have one less place to go for high-quality outdoor gear.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It's finally Friday and the time is 6:29. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Brandon?
Yeah, listen, I think we're going to get everything but the kitchen sink thrown at us today in the next about 24 hours, Connor, because we're seeing snow now, and then we'll see some rain later, and then maybe some dry conditions as we head deeper into the nighttime hours, and then tomorrow, some storms are possible. Let's take a look at this morning, though. Live pinpoint Doppler radar as we scan the skies, and you already see a little bit more green and pink starting to show up in parts of western Kentucky, south central Kentucky, and down south as that warmer air tries to build in. A winter weather advisory is still in effect until noon. I do think that maybe get canceled a little bit early, but that was expanded in coverage overnight, so a lot of our counties included in that now. Some visibility issues across parts of the Big Sandy, anywhere from about 1.5 miles up to about 5 miles. Just be careful as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures in the 30s across the board. A little extra across the board on what you'll need for coffee this morning. As we take a look at the Appcast, we'll see those temperatures climbing quickly, changing us back over to winter mix and rain as we head through the daytime hours, topping out right around 44. Rest of the forecast is coming up here in just a few minutes. Connor?
Extra coffee is definitely needed. Thanks, Brandon. A judge sentenced Paul Manafort, a central figure in special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, to 47 months behind bars. It's the first of 2 sentences for Manafort this month. CBS News' Natalie Brand has the latest from Alexandria, Virginia.
A federal judge in Virginia sentenced former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort to 47 months in prison. He wore a green jail jumpsuit and sat in a wheelchair during the more than 2-hour hearing. The sentence, just shy of 4 years, is far less than the maximum 19 to 24 years prosecutors sought. Manafort will also have to pay $24 million in restitution and a $50,000 fine. Earlier, Manafort addressed the court, saying the last 2 years were the most difficult of his life. He said his life professionally and financially is in shambles. Federal Judge T.S. Ellis said he was surprised Manafort did not express regret for what he called undeniably serious crimes. The charges emerged from special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election.
I think most importantly, what you saw today is the same thing that we had said from day one. There is absolutely no evidence that Paul Manafort was involved with any collusion with any government official from Russia.
A jury convicted 69-year-old Manafort in August on 8 counts of tax and bank fraud in connection with past political consulting work in Ukraine, as well as lying about his income. He was acquitted on 10 other counts. The big question now, will President Trump pardon Manafort? In the past, the president has said that was not off the table.
He happens to be a very good person, and I think it's very sad what they've done to Paul Manafort.
And next week, Manafort faces sentencing in Washington, D.C. in a separate case related to illegal lobbying. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Alexandria, Virginia.
Manafort is being given credit for 9 months he has already served. And former Representative Ralph Hall, the oldest ever member of the U.S. House, has died at age 95. Hall's longtime strategist Ed Valentine says the Texas Republican died at his home Thursday morning. Hall became the oldest member of the U.S. House in 2012. Hall was elected to Congress as a Democrat in 1980 to represent a district near Dallas. He became a Republican in 2004, backed by his friend, George W. Bush. An American Civil Liberties Union wants a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee off public grounds in Virginia. The organization sent a letter to Governor Ralph Northam asking for it to be removed from Monument Avenue. The request comes as the state is seeking to replace emergency regulations with permanent rules like banning guns and reducing crowd size from 5,000 to 500. And First Lady Glenna Bevan was in Laurel County last night at the Corneth Baptist Church in London. She spoke on behalf of her organization, Uniting Kentucky, which focuses on foster care and adoption. Officials at the event say close to 10,000 children are in foster care in Kentucky, while speakers at the event encourage local families and communities to foster or adopt. They say there is a lot more you can do in addition to that. These events aim at teaching people how small acts of kindness can shape some of the most at-risk population.
You know, small things, but they're big to the families. You know, maybe it's an extra meal here and there. Maybe it's taking a few of the kids to a sporting event while the other one needs to go to a doctor.
Last night was the first of 9 events Glenna Bevan will be hosting. For more information about her organization or upcoming events, you can head on over to WYMT.com. A jury is now seated in a Harlan County murder trial. Now that is actually being held in Bell County. They moved it there earlier this week. Shelby Shell is accused of killing former Everett's Mayor Ronnie King in 2013 and then setting King's home on fire. Following Shell's arrest in 2013, he told us he was innocent. Here's part of that interview.
Everything's gonna be okay. I'll beat it in court because I will, you know, because, I mean, I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no evidence on me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't done nothing.
Jurors were told to return Monday when opening arguments will begin. Today we expect to learn more about a Perry County murder case. James McIntosh is scheduled for a preliminary hearing after lunch. He is charged with killing Danny Mullins last week. Police say McIntosh shot Mullins multiple times. He pleaded not guilty on Monday. A request to lower his bond was also denied. And next week, we could learn more about what led to a Knox County murder. In January, police say Philip Lee Lewis shot Gary Medlin at A&B Quick Stop. This is video from a story earlier this week. During an interview from jail, Lewis told us someone framed him. Yesterday, Lewis pleaded not guilty in district court. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for next Tuesday. Yesterday, a judge delayed the arraignment for Elwood 6 last month. A grand jury in Martin County upgraded charges against him. He now faces a first-degree manslaughter charge. 6 was initially indicted for second-degree manslaughter. Investigators say he killed Rodney Stepp in 2017. His new arraignment date is set for March 15th. A Pike County man faces sex trafficking charges. U.S. Marshals arrested this man, Ernest B. Ray, on Tuesday, according to court documents obtained by WYMT. Ray faces 5 sex charges involving minors under the age of 18. He also faces 6 counts of drug trafficking. A trial date is set for May 13th. Ray is currently being held in the Pike County Detention Center. And an agreement between the University of Pikeville and Big Sandy Community and Technical College now offers students interested in osteopathic medicine a new educational pathway. WYMT's Chandler Upchurch has more from yesterday's signing ceremony.
4 signatures creating opportunity for those pursuing medical careers.
When 2 higher education institutions, each unique in their own respects, collaborate, synergy is born.
Students from Big Sandy Community and Technical College can now finish another degree at University of Pikeville.
They will come and finish 2 years in a biology major at University of Pikeville and have the opportunity for an early admission into the Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Officials confronting a large issue, addressing the shortage of healthcare workers in Appalachia.
The more people that we can bring into the medical school from the region, the better off we are in terms of retaining those physicians long-term in the region.
Encouraging students to attend and transfer within the region seamlessly.
When they do, they care about the issues that are found right here in Eastern Kentucky. They're from here, they know us, they know who we are, and they know how to take care of us.
Recent history of collaboration brought opportunity for students in art, science, and optometry. Now both schools are glad to support students in another way.
So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Hoping future physicians graduate and choose a life in the mountains. In Pike County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
Students who are already enrolled can now begin to take advantage of this agreement and move forward with their degree program in osteopathic medicine. In April, Eastern Kentucky will have one less place for high-quality outdoor gear. Pine Mountain Outfitters announced this week they will close in April. The store was a dream of Bill Bentley's for a decade, and now after its 7-year run as a reality, the local economy and online retail have spelled an end to his business.
Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. It's, you know, the downturn in the coal industry has just really devastated everybody. Probably won't recover from that fully, and that's, you know, that's affected everyone in the region, and that's a big part of it. Another deal, you know, the internet, the explosion of the internet over the past few years.
Bentley wants to thank everyone for their business and says he won't close until everything in the store is sold. And it's that time of year again for outdoor lovers to attend the WYMT East Kentucky Sport Boat and RV Show. This year's event is at the East Kentucky Expo Center in Pikeville. Vendors have already begun moving merchandise inside this year. They are bringing boats, RVs, ATVs, dirt bikes, and much more. But that is not all. Kids can come too. There's a trout tank, a trout fishing station set up for the family.
It takes us about 2 hours to set up. Well, the best part is when a little kid catches a fish, the thrill they get out of it.
You have all weekend to join us. The event starts today at 4 o'clock and goes until Sunday. Now let's check in with Brandon for a look at the weather.
And Justin Case and Andrew Dockery will be out there live today, so go say hi to them. And then I think Paige and Steve will be out there tomorrow. So take a look at the winter weather advisory going on through noon for most of the area. But again, they may be allowed to get it canceled a little bit early due to temperatures climbing. We look at visibility numbers and you see still pretty rough there across parts of the Kentucky River going all the way back into northeastern Kentucky. So be careful of that. Also southern West Virginia, temperatures already above freezing down south, and that trend is going to continue northward as we head to the next couple of hours. So that's going to be some good news for us. Almanac today, 44 is your forecast high. Average high for this time of the year, 55. Record high of 81 set back in 2000. The out the door forecast, again, snow early, and then we will see the possibilities for rain picking up a little bit later on. Connor?
Thanks, Brandon. We will have stories trending on WYMT.com next. Thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. And a truck driver in Michigan has luck on his side after almost getting hit by a semi-truck. We have that dash cam video.